Planning a visit to the United States can be an exciting adventure. But when it comes to filling out your visa application, the stakes suddenly feel much higher. One of the most stressful questions travelers face is whether, or how, to mention family members or friends already living in the U.S. It may seem like a simple box to check, but how you answer can make all the difference in your visa approval. So, what's the truth behind this pressing question? Let's break it all down, step by step, so you feel confident and prepared. First and foremost, honesty is your best ally. When you're staring at that visa form, maybe feeling a bit anxious, remember, if the application asks about relatives or contacts in the United States, you must answer truthfully. The consequences of being dishonest aren't just a denied visa. Falsifying information can result in a much longer ban from entering the U.S., sometimes permanently. It may be tempting to omit certain names, especially if you worry they might create complications. But U.S. immigration officials have access to more databases than you might expect and can often spot inconsistencies or hidden connections. Now, honesty doesn't mean providing unnecessary information. Be strategic. List only those contacts who are directly relevant to your visit. If an immediate family member, such as your parent, sibling, spouse, or child, is living in the U.S. legally, you should mention them, especially if the form specifically asks about these relationships. Likewise, if you plan to visit a particular friend and will be staying at their address, include their information exactly as requested on the application. However, you don't need to volunteer information about distant relatives, mere acquaintances, or anyone not directly involved in your travel plans. And if someone you know is living in the U.S. without legal status, it's best not to mention them unless absolutely required, as this could unnecessarily complicate your case. Immigration officers are not only looking for truthful answers, but also for red flags signaling a potential risk of overstaying or immigration violations. Just as important as who you mention is how you frame your visit. One of the main concerns for visa officers is whether you intend to return home or plan to overstay your tourist visa. Whenever you mention friends or family, keep your narrative clear. Your trip is short, your purpose is specific, and you have every intention of coming back home. Instead of simply saying, "I'm visiting my cousin," be precise. "I'll visit my cousin in New York for 1 week and return home to my job." Specific dates, clear plans, and a focus on your strong ties to your home country will all work in your favor. Remember, it's not enough to simply say you're coming back. You need to prove it. Bring supporting documents showing your employment, evidence of ongoing school enrollment, proof of family obligations, or property ownership back at home. The stronger your ties to your home country appear, the more confident the consular officer will feel that you intend to return. Be careful with your wording during an interview or on your application. Never hint that you might look for work, study, or stay longer than allowed. Statements like, "My uncle said I could stay indefinitely," or "I want to see if I like it there before deciding to come back," are red flags and could cost you the visa. Stick to your facts: specific trip, limited duration, clear return plans. In the end, mentioning family or friends in the U.S. isn't a problem if you do it the right way. Be honest, be specific, and demonstrate your strong connections to your home country. By planning your answers carefully, you give yourself the best chance at a smooth and successful U.S. visa application process. Safe travels!